What's up, babes? It's Curlysa Victoria. Let me scoot my chair up. I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So in this video, we're going to talk about law of attraction, manifesting. Don't mind me if I keep on playing in my hair. I'm just trying to get situated. So smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. So I am going to be sipping on some wine. First, I'm going to clear my palate with some water because your girl, we need to get this wine out the way, baby. I'm going to show you guys my wine of choice, so stay tuned. Okay, so my wine of choice tonight is Shiraz. This richly layered cake, South Australian 2019 layer caked wine. I did have this wine. I remember having this wine in California. I can't remember which vineyard I was at. I don't know, because I did wine tasting and I don't remember where I was. I feel like I had this at the, what are they called? The name is in my head, but I can't think of the name. It's sisters, but I can't think of, it's a group of sisters, but I can't think of their name. Was it the Shiraz sisters? No, that's not that. I feel like this was, I liked the wine while I was there though. So I saw it in the store and I picked it up when I was grabbing wine. So if you're new here, baby, we sip wine, we drink water, but we really be sipping wine on a regular. So I'm just going to encourage you to go ahead and get your little wine glass out, get your bottle of wine. And if you don't have these essentials, baby, what are you doing? Because on my channel, you're going to need to have you at least a bottle of wine to get through. Okay, so I like to partake in wine, you know, after a long day. Let's be clear. I'll partake in wine whenever I feel needed. But really, like, at the end of the day, a lot of times I'll drink wine with a bath. I'll do a hot bath, and then sometimes I'll just sip on wine while I do my chores. Like, my go-to in the house is wine. I do like a red wine. I do like dry. I do like sweet. I like variations of wine. I don't really buy white wines and stuff like that. Not to say that I don't drink them, because I do like white Zinfandel and a few others, but I'm just saying I'm most likely to buy a red wine, Pinot Noir, Shiraz, you know, just like something Cab, something Merlot even. So that's just me. I guess when I'm doing these videos and we're just talking about like success, or just in general, we're just having girl talk or anything like that, maybe I'll start telling you what wine I'm drinking in case you want to try it out. Or maybe it's your favorite wine, but we won't know until I tell you what I'm drinking. So that's what we're sipping on tonight. The topic that we're going to be talking about is manifesting, a law of attraction, and just putting out there what you want, you know what I mean? So we all know, and some of you may not know, considering my age bracket on my channel, 25 years old and up is typically who watches my channel. So I would think that a lot of us would know, you know, law of attraction, manifesting. If you don't, no judgment zone here. So manifesting is literally claiming what you're going to have. You're putting it out there, what you want, and you're going out there to get what it is. It's basically saying, I'm gonna have a house by next year, and doing everything that it takes to have a house by next year. It's literally putting the action part of what you're stating. Law of attraction is that idea of the energy you put out there, you're gonna get it returned back. So if you're putting out there positive affirmations of success and all these different things, you're going to have positive affirmations of success coming back to you. A lot of times people like to attribute it to their religion. So if you're Christian, to God, and if you believe in other beliefs, then obviously that's what you will credit, not accredit, but credit back my TV keep coming on and going off. Like, I was in the middle of watching the show before I started this video, so it kind of just went on that, those pretty scenes of different destinations that you're not traveling to anytime soon. Anybody else TV do that? Because my TV will put like Dubai, and I'm just like, bye-bye, I'm not going to Dubai right now. You know what I mean? Like, TV will really have you feeling like you need to pack a bag and leave. I be sitting there looking at my TV when it kind of just goes inactive, and when it has all the deserts and the beaches and everything, I just be sitting there like, but can I go right now? But anyway, so that's just the idea of law of attraction and manifesting. Basically putting it out there and doing the work and it returning back to you. So basically that's what we're going to talk about. What you're manifesting, your law of attraction, why you're not succeeding, why you're not getting the results that you ordered. Nobody can tell you how to be you better than you. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, girl, you're not successful or you're not succeeding because you're not doing X, Y, Z. I just like to speak from my own perspective. And some of you may be able to relate, some of you may not be able to. But the number one reason why we don't see the results that we want to see is because of lack of discipline and consistency. It's crazy how being consistent and adopting a mindset of discipline and actually integrating it into your everyday, how much it makes a difference. When I'm disciplined and consistent, from fitness to personal to business, my results of what I'm doing are like, yes. For example, if I'm consistent on my channel, I consistently see results. I have feedback from y'all. My subscribers are going up. Y'all are giving me feedback on the content, etc., etc. So consistency does things for you, but you got to put in the work. That's the thing. You can't be all talk with no action, because you just are going to be sitting on a whole bunch of innovations that never really get fulfilled. So you want to make sure that you're being disciplined and that you're being consistent. Like, for example, I told myself, my goals, you have to have simple goals, y'all. You can have your complex goals, but have simple goals as well. So for example, I told myself, because a lot of times when you're not feeling up to par, you're not feeling yourself, you're not feeling, you know what I mean? A lot of times when you really think about it, it's like, okay, but what does your environment look like? Your life feels chaotic. You feel like you're going through everything in the world, but what does your environment look like? Is your environment messy? Is there something you could be doing? Do you need to do laundry? Do you need to do dishes? What do you need to do? There's something about me cleaning my physical environment that does something with my spirit. So like, for example, I woke up today, obviously listening to my motivation, obviously thanking God for waking me up, allowing me to see another day. But I noticed throughout the day, like, I'm really going through it. Even though I could be going through it and having a lot of things that I need to overcome, I still wake up with a positive mindset that thank you for waking me up this morning, Lord, and also let me listen to my motivation and let me get started with my morning routines. Even though I wake up, make my bed, do those types of things, those are my mindset, it's still that thing of you got to deal with the reality. I'm going through it. Okay, so it's the thing for me. Okay, Krillisa, how can we get you back to a positive place in your mind? Not to say that you don't have a positive outlook, but how can we take you out of this unfamiliar, well, no, how can we take you out of this space that's not serving you? And a lot of times I start by my environment. I take my journals, I write out my to-do list, I write out like my thoughts, I just write out everything. I write out new goals accomplished, whatever I need to do. That's normally something that I do for my consistency and also to kind of just tread me back to what I'm trying to accomplish. The next thing that I tell myself is like, okay, what about your house? How's your house looking? And if I can tell myself that my house needs to be cleaned up, or I need to do dishes, or I need to do X, Y, and Z, I need to take this to the Goodwill, blah, 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 then that means that those are two things that I could be working on to start to put myself in a better position as it pertains to how I'm feeling. Journal, get everything written out, write your thoughts out. Today, for example, I'll tell you one of the things that I wrote in my journal today, and I know people don't share their journal entries, but I'll tell you one of the things that I said. I wrote into my journal entry, and I was basically talking about how I'm I'm optimistic. I still have an optimistic thought, but I'm experiencing career depression. And it's not that I'm not within what I'm supposed to be doing, what I enjoy doing. It's just there's been hiccups, there's been different things happening at a phase that I am in business. That literally can cause you, just much like you're depressed about something in your life, career depression. Whether it's I'm strategizing, I'm not seeing the results that I'm creating for my strategy, or you know what I mean? You could just have a quick slight that. And for me, like I said, I am surrounded by the things that I want to be. I am indulged in what I want to be a part of. But, you know, when you see more for yourself and you know what you're capable of, you're going to, you know, come at yourself a little bit harder than those who see you. I'm the biggest critic to myself. And people say, oh, don't be too hard on yourself. No, you have to be hard on yourself when you know that you can do more and be more. Obviously, no, don't beat yourself up all the time, but baby, you got to learn how to take some accountability when you feel like something's not adding up. So I literally wrote out, I'm not just going to sit in this space of feeling like I have a career depression. Why are you career depressed? What are the things that are happening? What are you doing to change them? What will you do? What is the plan to make sure that you end up in a better situation from where you're feeling today? And I wrote out goals and I did things like that. And me saying these things does not mean that I stay in these levels of mindset. This is just something that I might have experienced this week that I've been feeling. I always find, how do we fix this problem? Are we going to dwell on this? Are we going to stay within this situation? Or are we going to do something that's going to change the trajectory of where we're trying to go? So that's something that I wrote just in case you wanted an example. Some people might write in their thing like, I'm experiencing mental health depression. It's so many different things that you could write down. Maybe it's not depression at all. Maybe you say, oh, well, I'm experiencing, I don't know, indecisiveness. I can't make up my mind what I want to do with my life. Like, there's so many reasons, so many different circumstances that people undergo. I was just giving you guys an example from me. So for me, manifesting and all of that is being consistent and disciplined with my goals. When I have stayed on a steady routine of being disciplined and consistent, y'all, I've got tremendous results. Like, I have gotten really good results. So I'm just going to keep it at that. I'm going to go after everything that I'm supposed to go after. I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to have a positive mindset, and that's not going to change. Obviously, yeah, sometimes, you know, you fall 7 times, get back up 8. If you've never felt like quitting, or if you've never failed at something that you're doing, are you really in the right profession? Are you really doing what you love? Because every successful person has felt like quitting before. The only thing that separated them from being successful and not being successful is the decision to not quit. So keep going, persist, know that, you know, delays are not denials. Know that things all work out for the good. You know what I mean? No matter how difficult, no matter how much that sounds like cliche, they work out for the better. So start with the small things. Start with your goals. Start with your environment. Clean up your house. Write out some new goals. Say, hey, by June 1st, I need to X, Y, and Z. By December 31st, 2021, this doesn't need to carry into the new year. I have goals that I am trying to accomplish before the year ends. Before we hit January 1st, 2022, your girl has some things that needs to be literally checked off the list. Like, we're not going into 2022 with these things. And I'm not saying that they're bad things. They're actually good things. It's just we need to be closing chapters. You know what I mean? So there are certain things that I know what they are. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I always, like I said, I like to make sure I secure something before I speak on it a lot of times, and or make sure that I accomplish something before I speak on it. Some stuff is just to give you guys like updates on what's going on with me, what's going on in my life, but for the most part, I keep it, you know, pretty solid until it's secure. So if I could tell you anything, it would be to not give up. Don't quit. The race isn't given to the weak, when you feel like giving up, just remember why you started in the first place. Remember why you kept going all that time. Because if you really take the time to think about that, then you will be like, okay, I can't quit, because look at all this energy and time I've put into X, Y, and Z. You'll just have a whole different outlook. So just make sure you look at life that way. If you look at life that way, like I fall down 7 times, get up 8, you'll go far. Because you got to understand that, like, just because you don't get it on the first time don't mean that it's not meant to be gotten. It doesn't mean after consistency and discipline that you won't obtain the things that you're working for. You know what I mean? So have goals, have dreams, have aspirations. One thing that we can do in this world is we can leave a legacy. We can create an empire. We can create generational wealth. We can create lasting relationships and friendships and all of that. At the end of the day, nothing we acquire in this world can we take with us. So make sure you leave lasting impressions. Denzel Washington said, "You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse." He says, because you can't take it with you. Everything that you acquire in this world, y'all, we can't take it with us. We cannot take it with us. Make sure you get and do and become everything that you want to become, because you're awesome. You're going places. Don't allow people to tell you what you can't do, because you can. You can. And you got to be careful speaking to small-minded people about big dreams, because they see ceilings. And if you are somebody who wants to be successful, you don't see ceilings. That's why you wake up and do what you want to do. That's why you wake up and you do what you have to do. Because when you don't see ceilings, your potential is unlimited. But the minute you start to cap yourself off, that is exactly when you will start to devalue yourself and not live to your greatest potential. So never let anybody put a cap on you. You are who you attract, but you are who you work toward becoming. Be the better version of yourself. Don't be competing with another man or competing with another woman. Be yourself, because in the end of the day, you'll be grateful for it, and there's not another you in the world. So if you want to stay unique and you want to really, really become more, be yourself. I'll see you on the next video. This one is starting to hit, baby. I'm going to get back to cleaning up. I'm about to turn the show back on. And then I got to write out my to-do list for tomorrow, because your girl's going to be productive waking up early. I'm getting closer and closer to waking up earlier and earlier by going to bed at a reasonable time. But I cannot wait until I wake back up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning regularly. But like I told you guys over the life of my channel, your girl, sometimes I used to struggle with insomnia bad when I first became plant-based. I'm better now, so I sleep like 6 to 8 hours. But sometimes I'm still going to bed late because I'm working on things. But baby, we are almost back to that waking up so early. Like, I get up early now. I might wake up and be like 7 o'clock. But that's still not early for me. I need to be able to wake up again at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, maybe even 5:30 latest. Because in the end of the day, people think that the hype is going to bed late. But honestly, the real hype on success is waking up early. When you get up 4 o'clock in the morning to start your day, by 8 o'clock you have accomplished so much, and people are just now waking up so that they can go to their 9 to 5, or just now waking up to start their day at 8 o'clock so that they can go to work at 9. So baby, 4 hours ahead of the game by waking up early. That's where the true success is. It lies when you're waking up early. Okay, I feel like I'm dropping gems at this point. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I post this video because the lighting might not be all that well. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and your girl. We'll see y'all later. That wine is strong, but it's good. Later.
It's only 11, so